Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we see out here on the road. It's also the place where drivers who've got an IQ that matches their shoe size and they've still got their names written in the back of the jacket just under the collar there get to showcase their ability of driving like a massive Joe Blunt. A bit like this BMW driver who's obviously experiencing a permanent brain-to-body interface disconnect. Or this dunce who you're about to see, who's not only obviously very cognitively disadvantaged, he's obviously all hammer and no nail. Or maybe drivers like this who ain't really the full ticket, they're as sharp as a blunt pencil, and they're all about Temu intelligence and Primark common sense. Never mind about Temu intelligence, there's drivers out here with Oxfam mental agility and Poundland reasoning. Just have a look at this next concussed sloth. Just opens a door there without even looking anything at all. The only thing that mug uses his wing mirrors for is to stare in them long and hard and reflect on all his bad life choices. Now I'm going to take a stab in the dark here, but I'm guessing you're just like me. You're in constant mental turmoil. How can I do more for society? How can I help my local council out? Well, think no more. Just drive in every box junction you can in the local council and you're going to contribute £80 a time to them and feel rest assured that you'll be doing your bit. Now, you know when you go shopping in the supermarket, you can get anchovies in a tin, you can get tuna in a tin, or you can get mackerel in a tin. But when you're driving around a roundabout, you can get a pilchard in a BMW 1 Series who's as thick as a rolled up sock. Now, I don't know about you, but I hate public car parks. And if you actually can't manage to come out of there without a dent in one of your doors, you're doing well. And it's even more hazardous exiting the car park, because we all know you've got idiots out there whose brains have got the internal mental structure of an unset jelly. So Andy's car is the one on the left, and when he parked up there, the space next to him was empty. And in the meantime, this non-thinking steering wheel mover, who's obviously as sharp as room temperature butter, has just thought it's fine and dandy to park like that. I give up, honestly. Now, do you know what it means when you've got a yellow sinkable bollard in front of you what's sticking up out the road and you've got a red traffic light to the right here? I'll tell you exactly what it means. It means floor it and rip the arse out of your sump. That's real invertebrate level of intelligence right there, isn't it? Nothing quite says that your head is only for aesthetic purposes and serves only to keep your ears apart, like ramming a cart through an iron fence. And of course, being an upstanding member of the community, what do you do when you've done that? Well, you piss off as fast as you can, of course. That's exactly what you do. Last time I checked, the give way line means stop if necessary and give way to traffic at the major road. Obviously, when you're driving a single-deck bus, you don't need to. Funny enough, he's not only driving a single-decker, he's a local man. He's known as single-decker. Yeah, because he ain't got much upstairs. Now, probably a lot of you don't know this, but when you're on the motorway at night, doing about 60-70 mile an hour, best practice for safety reasons is to sit about 6 foot behind the vehicle what's in front of you. But if you are the sort of muppet who's so stupid you couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat and drive like that, then the best thing you can do is seek help from a mental health care professional. Just have a look at this plank and just ask yourself, what sort of moron does this? Comes up the inside of a 44-ton truck in the driver's blind spot like that. Unbelievable. Now, when you see the way some people carry on, you really have to ask yourself, how do they get through life on a day-to-day basis? Look at mate, he's got a puncture and he's driven it for so long the tyres just come off the rim. Now, most people would have stopped ages ago, or at the very least, now when the tyres come off. But not this chimp in a suit, he just keeps going. That's it, as his lights are off because the noise of the tyre's gone, so he can just carry on his way. If ever he sells his brain, he could always get a good price for it because it definitely ain't had much use. Guys, if you like what you've seen so far, can you do me a little favour please and hit that little like and subscribe button down below if you haven't done it already. And if the hype button comes up, please press that because it helps me out as well. Thank you. Now, there's a couple of things in life that none of us ever want to happen. First is to wake up in a ladyboy bar in Thailand with a banging hangover and no pants on. The other is have some twat with bedbug IQ open the door without checking and smash your cab to bits. People like him are the reason that bleach and washing powder has "do not ingest" written on the side of it. Okay, so we've got a bit of traffic going on here, as you can see. And we've also got a dimwit there on the left, blocking the pavement and sitting on the double yellows, because he feels entitled to do that because his mum always told him was special. Yeah, obviously she meant special needs. Oh, and here we go. He's joined by another mentally subpar driver who just feels it's all right to drive on the pavement when there's a bit of traffic. The pair of them should definitely be poster boys for Durex and the benefits of contraception. Nothing lets people know that you're more inbred than peanut butter and your family tree resembles the shape of a triangle, like driving on the wrong side of the road. Okay, so let's set the record straight. Not all BMW drivers are bad. No one's saying that. But my God, there's so many of them who are just absolutely brainless and useless. And this guy's absolutely no exception to the rule. From the joining slip road to the outside lane in one fell swoop. And of course gives the obligatory flash of the hazard lights to say, yeah, I know I'm a massive Joe Blunt. Possibly rushing because he's late to work. Yeah, to ring the bell in Notre Dame. And then is it any wonder that they end up in situations like this? This particular one's in Morrison's in Peckham, South East London. Probably rushing in there because he heard they got crayons on special offer and he thought, yeah, I'll bang a couple of them in my lunchbox when I go to work, give me something to nibble on. I don't know who that driver is, but they must be good looking, stunning in fact, because guaranteed their partner never chose them for their brains. You're going to love this next mug. Watch him score a perfect trifecta. You'll see him coming up from the right in a minute. There you go. Number 1 through the amber light. Number 2 turns left from their head-only lane. Number 3 hits the white car. People all over the world pay money to watch clowns in circuses. You get to see them here for free. And here's another flat earther who's obviously always chose paint chips and crayons over broccoli and carrots and sucked one too many D-cell batteries, queuing up in the right lane to turn left. This is quite upsetting. It just shows you how society is. Just look how ignorant, arrogant and selfish these pedestrians are, using that crossing while the traffic light's showing red and while that car wants to drive through the red light. Disgusting behaviour from them pedestrians. And here's another Audi driver just leaving the pub car park on the left there. So thick he'd probably get lost in a straight corridor. And of course, once you stagger into your car after having a skinful from the pub, what do? Well, you drive down the pavement at 40 miles an hour. That's exactly what you do. And here's another one who's had a skinful on his way home from the pub, fully cattle truck, staggering about in the middle of the road. Now, I don't know about you, but I do get fed up waiting at red traffic lights. In fact, sometimes I get sick of it. And this bloke here, he's sick. Yeah, mentally sick. He's got fed up with waiting. He's just, I'm not having none of that. I'm off. Gone like a robber's dog. And then Captain Oblivious, who was behind him, well, even though the fact that his mum waited 9 months for him, there's no way that he's waiting a few minutes for a light to change. Here we go, 2 idiots, 1 clip. The Golf on the left, he's coming to the right. This car was filming, he just keeps going straight. Muppets like that are the reason all our insurance premiums are through the roof. And have a look at this non-reading delinquent. He's seriously having a laugh, isn't he? Oh yes, parked outside the Boots. That makes perfect sense. Definitely getting his monthly prescription in there. Another one who instinctively jumps up and shouts mum at the top of his voice every time he hears an ice cream van. Option 1, stop at a red light. Option 2, don't stop at a red light. Option 3, copy the mug in the Prius who chose option 2. But hang on a minute, there's more. That blasphemous act of running the red light did not go unnoticed, let me tell you.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
He certainly did. Now, I've got to apologise, for some reason the clip does end a bit early, but rest assured he did get pulled over and I'm guessing he got nicked. Now, when you're driving, you literally have to think for everybody else who doesn't possess the ability to think. A bit like this living and breathing flatliner who's definitely all icing and no cake. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and press that hype button if it comes up. I'll put a playlist there on the right if you want to watch some more of my videos. Thanks to everyone who sent in clips. Have a fantastic weekend and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.